Well, good morning, everybody. This is Dave Rolfe, and this is the Smart Networker, and today is Monday, January 9th. And today we are going to talk about another aspect of our new compensation and incentive program called the 18K Club and the new mentor program. So let me share my screen with you, and we'll get into this presentation. Okay, here we go. So the new incentive plan, 18K Club and mentor program. So in the previous video, we talked about the first aspect, which was the powerhouse. And the idea behind the powerhouse, it is a tool to basically allow a new person to create some income. But it's also a tool for you as a building block. And in the sense so you have an understanding. What I learned at the very beginning is the whole idea of this business was to create teams who are building teams. And so if you looked at it, you create a powerhouse, and now you've got somebody that's got some customers, got a couple of distributors. He's beginning to develop his team. So if he passes on that idea to them, then those individuals start to build teams. That's the idea. And of course, there's a lot more to it, which we'll get into over time, but that's the general gist of it. Okay. So the 2023 incentive program, here we go. We heard about that. It's, again, starts at the powerhouse, the 18K Club, the Mentor Club Elite, and then the Travel Club. So we know what that's all about. And now we're going to talk about the 18K Club. So the incentive is when you develop one new silver in a month, and you do that 3 months in a row, you earn $1,000. Now, if we look at our compensation plan and we look at that strategy, that's really what the idea was to begin with. Is you bring somebody in, you help get them to silver, you help get them to gold, you help get them to platinum, and you move them up the ladder. Now, as we know, and we're going to take a look at this in detail of how this works, but the idea, you would come in here and then you would find number one, number two, number three, help them get to silver. Well, now you're going to get an extra incentive for doing this, but this is going to become a really core component of your building strategy moving forward. And I think this is just fabulous. So we'll take a look at that. So now everyone has a plan to create a structure by building the 18K Club and more likely going gold. And you're going to see an example of how that happens and being nicely set up to move on to platinum, diamond, and royal. Now on the website, daverolfe.com, there is the last video that I did was the 90-day plan and then the 120-day to platinum plan. And again, idea, strategy, it's to get this guy thinking of what you could or couldn't do to make it work. And let me tell you, in my time, I've come up with and looked at many ideas and strategies of making this work. So now here's something that I would like you to look at. So I'm going to show you how to go gold with the 18K Club and build a nice organization. But here's what I want you to take a look at. One would need 22 gold level distributors in their organization to earn $10,000 a month. Now, that's the bigger picture. But if you had a method and a methodology to get there, then this becomes a very doable proposition. And again, in your organization. So we're going to see how this all plays out. It's rather fascinating. Now, you can see how to create those and build 18K clubs in your organization. Okay, so John finds 3 people, helps them, they become 1,000. Now, the idea with that is then number 1 does the same thing. And it just keeps going and going and going and going. And so then that number 1 would do the same thing. So we're all on the same page, we're all on the same plan, and we're all working for, the same objectives to be successful so we can do what we want. And this becomes the duplicative strategy. It's something that can be easily duplicated by other people. All right, so the period of qualifications, any 3 consecutive months. So January, February, March, April, May, June, whatever, any 3 months. And it can be done in less months. You can do it in 1 month. We used to have the 60K club, and where we did everything in 1 month. Okay. Requirements: 3 silvers, 3 calendar months, etc. $1,000 bonus. Okay. Now, with the 18K club, the idea is that you could also reach the gold level, but not just with the volume, but with the 3 business builders who will be going for gold and above in the future. So let's look at this for a second. The current gold requirements are 15,000 points in 1 calendar month, 5,000 points outside primary leg, 1,500 points outside primary and secondary legs. So if you did the 18K club and help your new distributors create depth in your group, then you could easily meet all of these qualifications and become a gold. But more importantly, you would have 3 key business builders and that you would be helping, because they would also want to reach their goals. And of course, that's the game. And in the process, if you did this over 3 months, then your total potential earnings could be approximately $3,100, including all bonuses, commissions, rebates, and overrides. So again, it's a nice, and if you added the powerhouse as the front end to build, it becomes really exciting. And you have already maybe seen those videos in that example. So again, the 18K club and achieving gold, this is a picture, an example of building depth and helping your group grow with the powerhouse strategy. So, this is the end result. Your gold, you have number 1, number 2, number 3. Those are the 3 silvers, but the depth of what one does, he's got 1A, 1B, and one on the 3rd level. So by helping those use Sponsor to build their teams, you could reach gold and achieve the 18K club. Now, how fast can you do this? Well, that depends on what the time you put into it, the people your warm market, your knowledge, your experience, all of those kind of things. And it's like anything else. If the shoe fits, wear it. And if, again, how hungry or how important is this to you to get the job done? Now, this example shows 3 leaders on your 1st level, 3 on your 2nd, and 1 on your 3rd. And again, one of the benefits of going gold is to be paid on the 3rd level. So 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So again, this helps you get this particular example. In the orange, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 people go on silver. There's 24,000 points. So you could see how month 1, month 2, month 3. And these are all month 3 activities, because you've got a team to support, and then you create the volume, you go gold, you do the 18K club. And I think the income that I figured on this is almost $3,000 in itself for that particular month. It could be a lot more. So if you did, the powerhouse, the 18K club, you did that in a 90-day period of time, I estimate the income's about $6,000. Okay. Some networking facts. The business works when someone buys a product. Okay. The business works when an individual signs up as a consultant and then finds customers and other consultants who repeat these activities. So the business works when your customers benefit and get results. The business works when you generate a viable income based on what you want. The business works when you have more success than failures. There really is no such thing as failure. However, there is a lack of doing what needs to be done, which could create a circumstance that looks like failure. So you need to work and do activities that are known to get results. And if you want results, the more you understand, the easier this becomes. So you do an activity that creates a result. That's the simplicity of what we do. You focus on building 18K clubs. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to create 18K clubs. So the business is based on smart work, not hard work, although working hard is a good thing. And getting what you want simply takes time, and doing the activities, and you will arrive when you've done what's required. Okay, so there's the basics. So how how to make this work, the strategy here of utilizing this. So the first action would be to the creation of a plan that is designed to help you get what you want. So let's say your overall plan for 2023 is to earn 50 to 100K, which is very doable. You know, that's 4,000, 8,000 per month. Then, and you're just starting out. Next, you'd want to see what could that look like to get, so you get an idea of what you'd have to do. And this is where I had a realization that we do have a technology in our business, and that's structure. And if you really understand how our structure works and how you benefit, and if you create it right, that technology gives you an extreme advantage that's nowhere else in the business world. As you know, I'm writing a new book, and I'm calling this the M4 strategy, not the M3, but the M4 strategy. So this then would be followed with the strategy that you would use to get action, especially using the new incentive program. So I put an ad in the paper. I had 18 responses, or an ad in a specific zone, and I got 18 responses. I found my first customer distributor 2 days ago, and he's now on a training program. Now, we're going to take advantage of the month of February to get him started, but we're going to use that plan. And hopefully 2 and 3 will be this week. So again, strategy, plan. So I created an idea, I have a strategy, and I have a plan of moving forward. So from here, the normal aspects of what we do to build an organization, a team, create lots of customers and other distributors would apply. So nothing different there. So how do you make this work, the strategy? Well, you have several ways. And the idea is the powerhouse will have the value, and you could do powerhouses. You could develop distributors, help create powerhouses, do the 18K club, and you could build a downline team of leaders, volume. And so the point being is you have choices. And the idea is when you work with a mentor or upline is you want to look at your choices, your circumstances, what you're trying to accomplish, and then where the shoe fits, wear it and put it together. Okay. For me, I started by asking this question, the 1,800 to 2,000 in the first 30 days. And I expanded that to 5,000, to 10,000. And so when you see the build out, which is coming next, you'll see how this idea could work. And again, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. And this is probably the biggest concept of our business is it's not what you think. It's what does somebody else hear and understand and think about based on their circumstances. And that's why this is so valuable, because now you have a tool to talk about. I remember in 2010 when we introduced Bone Health, and I stood on the beaches of Florida, and women would walk by, and I started doing a survey, and I asked them, if they were concerned with bone health. Yes, everybody. Number 2, do you do anything about bone health? Yes, everybody. And number 3, if you had a new product or something that would help that was very favorable to your health, would you do that? Yes. So by asking the question, I found out that there was interest, and that was the key. I wasn't concerned with it, but I utilized it as a tool. So that's what that means. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So let's take a look. So you start off with going silver with the 3 powerhouses. So again, number 1, number 2, number 3. And again, that creates a volume plus the extra 288. There's 6,000 equals silver. In the first month, the objective would be to do the 3 powerhouses and get the silver, whether that is you or a new distributor. And that would create a total of 9 customers and 3 frontline distributors. But as you saw earlier, you could cut that down. You could basically do it with 3 people. And you'd have to have the 9 customers, but you could use 3 of those to become distributors. You make about $1,800 to $2,000 in this particular concept. Okay. Special note here, when you enroll a new distributor or consultant, in order for you to complete a powerhouse, they must do 500 PPV. So PPV by definition is personal point volume. Personal point volume is used to determine rank advancement and monthly qualifications. It is an accumulated personal point volume of product orders placed under a consultant's distributorship account. So this volume could come from anywhere. This could be, you know, you could use any of our strategies to fulfill this. Even they could do the new powerhouse, sign up a new customer, do 468 points. This is 468 personal point volume. And again, that's important. So now month 2, all right, then this was the idea of silver helping number 1 create their 3 powerhouses. And again, it's so there's your silver number 1 in 1 month. And in this particular case, you're helping this guy do their 6,000. You're starting to build your base. You got your pillar, and you got 1/3 of your 18K club. And you're going to make about $700. They're going to make a couple of grand. Going gold with the 18K club, month 3. So here, there's possible in this month you could go gold. You create your second silver. Your first one creates their first one. And you're going to have an organization that generates anywhere from 13,500 to 15,000 in OV, and you could reach gold and have close to 2 levels of silver below you. 10,000 and 300, 172, and number 1 would earn about 700 for 1A, and 2, and each earn about $1,800. All right. Now, month 4, I should say. So in this month 4, the growth continues first with your 3rd frontline silver and the 18K club. So again, we saw this picture earlier, but here's 24,000. You've reached gold. You've got the 18K club. But more importantly, here's what you have: the beginning of your organization structure. You have 3 leaders. You're developing number 1, you're starting to develop 2, and you will soon develop number 3. You have a team, and then you can move forward. In the 90-day plus platinum, if you extend this out 1 more month, you would go platinum in the 4th month. So very, very cool. Okay. Now the Mentor Club Elite. Okay. So this is you have to register for this, and this can be anybody in your organization. So it doesn't, but you have to be in the first step. Let's go to the first one. And that's for the Mentor Club. You have to be a gold, and you have to rank at gold for at least 9 months of 2023. And then you mentor 2 consultants to become 18K club members. So we're following in line with this strategy here to build an organization, to develop the 18K clubs. And then the reward is the hotel and airfare to the convention or the leadership summit. So nice little prize for doing something that you should be doing anyway. So this isn't like, oh, well, I've got to do the mentor. No, this is something you want to do because it's important to your future. So that's the idea. And then the elite is for the platinum and above. And again, they have to do this be qualified as a platinum for 9 months of the year. And then again, 2 consultants to become 18K club members. They get the leadership summit as a benefit, hotel and accommodations and airfare. And then a future benefit is to be invited as a special guest at global events where relevant. So this again gives some of the people that were more focused on taking and building their organization versus building retail customers, people like myself. All right. Then we have the travel incentive. Now, what's really cool about the travel incentive is the trip with the purpose. So again, production accumulate 30,000 PGB during the quarter. So we saw with the previous slide on the 18K club and building that, it wouldn't be too hard to do the 30,000 PGB in a quarter. And, you know, again, nice incentive. It's $2,500 bonus. Or you can take one of those purpose trips or send somebody on a purpose trip. And of course, details will be put out on that. And then, again, how to qualify: must be gold rank consultant or above, be paid, or this is the lifestyle bonus, sorry. And again, now I've been on this lifestyle bonus program since it came out. And it's a great little thing. And I know the number of people that got cars and houses and whatever is just been phenomenal, and something you want to pay attention to because it's a long-term bonus and it hasn't changed. And of course, you'll deal with the company on that. Okay, here's just the slides on how to calculate the benefits. But gold up to 500, platinum up to 1,000, diamond up to 1,500, and a royal diamond up to 2,000. So a nice incentive to look forward to. Okay, making this work. So the idea of this is to create the plan, draw it out, create that picture, understand how many leaders or teams you need, understand how much volume has to be created. Use the powerhouse strategies to start teams, push depth, like create those 18K clubs, directing the group to build their groups using the powerhouse, create the 18K clubs in all legs and in each level you can. Remember, go back to that slide, 22 golds or 22 18K club members essentially, and you're making $10,000 a month. That's pretty hot stuff. So set targets and go after them and get results. Understand what makes this work. And here's the key. When excited individuals get results that are meaningful and this helps them live better lives and they can feel proud about what they are involved with, therefore they want to share this with others so they can have the same benefits. That's how it works. This was an example for training purpose to give you an idea of what to do and how to make this work and the potential of what could happen. It is not the only way that you could build your business, but it could be a very profitable one. And the idea is to create a plan using this as a strategy to help. The results you get will depend upon the work you put into doing the activities that are known to create results. The company has given all of us an awesome tool, and if we use this correctly, then what you saw could become a reality for many people. Your homework would be to create many different scenarios of how you could use this, as there is not simply one way. And remember, not everyone has the same resources, time, people, and money. Create longer runways, different combinations, but with the same end result. Here's to an awesome 2023. Well, thank you very much for being on this presentation. Hope this helps. And as usual, if you ever need my help, by all means, give me a call. So we'll end this and then we'll go into a Q&A. Have a great day and we'll see you on the next Smart Networker.